Gary, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Great to see you as well.
So I've heard a lot has been changing with US Antimony, but before we get into that, for those who haven't seen or heard about your company, can you give us an overview of what your company does?
We are a antimony producer. Many people don't know what antimony is. It's a hard rock mineral used primarily by the military as well as in a lot of different products. And we just won an award about 45 days ago from the DLA, which is an arm of the Department of War, for a $245 million contract to provide what's called antimony ingots, which are like gold bars, but they're antimony bars for our military for storage. So we're involved in really all phases of the antimony business. We are a miner, we have a midstream operation, and we have downstream. We have the only two downstream refineries in North America. One's in Thompson Falls, Montana, and one's in Madero, Mexico.
So interesting. And I know that you wanted to share some key developments that have been going on very recently, so please share.
Well, we've been telling the world that we think that we can find antimony again in the United States and or Canada because there hasn't been really any active mines for 20 plus years. And so we first went to Alaska. We've leased close to 30,000 acres in Alaska, and we started that operation really not till the end of September. We filed our permits in May, took the government of the state of Alaska forever to get them approved, and so we only had like a month and a half before winter hit in mid-October and you're done. However, we also opened up a mine in Montana, which is actually located adjacent to our smelter, and was an active mine 20 plus years ago, and we've had some phenomenal success just recently. I think we've moved 20 some odd truckloads of antimony ore down the mountain to our contact mill, and we're excited. So I can truly say that we are the first company in the world to be a fully integrated miner, midstream, and downstream operator of antimony.
Unbelievable. Well, congratulations on all that success. We are so excited for you. And something that I read recently, you can share a little bit about, you recently went to acquire an Australian company?
Yes, we made a bid. We actually quietly acquired about a 10% interest in this company called Larvata Resources down in Australia over the last month and a half. And once you get to the level we had to publicly file that we had owned that much ownership. And so we actually made a bid to buy the company a week ago Sunday. That bid was rejected by their management board this Monday, our time. And so we haven't decided yet what to do. We think that this is a great marriage of two companies that need each other. They are a gold and antimony producer that will begin operations in April, May of next year. And we're the only smelter that can handle the product other than taking it to China. I don't think the Australian government's going to allow that. So anyway, we're going to see. We don't know yet what we're going to do. We're sitting back and watching. And we have some exciting things going on with our company that we'll be announcing over the next 30 days that we think will get investors very interested in U.S. antimony again.
Wow. Well, I'm excited to see how that unfolds. So I know that there's so many changes and technological advancements. How do you use technology to lower your environmental footprint?
Well, I have been thinking a lot about AI technology and how that could possibly help us. Because, basically when we're out looking at these rocks, if you will, we're looking at old records of geologists and geophysicists that go back, sometimes 100 plus years, old gold miners that even just log things. And if you could have access to all that data in a real-time mode as the AI technology allows, we could be a whole lot more efficient. So there are a few companies beginning to venture into that area. I really think it's a game changer for the mining industry, and I think there's other miners looking at it as well. So bringing AI technology to our sector, I think, would be a big boom.
I agree. And then looking to the future, what are your big long-term goals for U.S. Antimony Corp?
Well, we made a decision about a year ago to not only be an antimony company. At some encouragement from the government, we bought a tungsten play up in Canada, and we bought a cobalt play. Those are also two other critical minerals that is not mined in the U.S. or Canada. So we'd like to duplicate what we've done with antimony in those two minerals, whether it be contracts with the government, whether it be actual grants or awards from the government, to incentivize us to explore. So we actually just made a decision this week to get a reserve study completed on our tungsten play, which I'm very excited about. We've done enough work in the field that we can now get actual economic reserves from it, and that takes you to the next level of actually beginning to develop the project.
Thank you so much for all your work that you're doing for this country. It's very exciting, and I love getting this follow-up from you, Gary. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me here today.